ATS play I've ever seen. I don't think this is straight outlaw, no prep kings. What is up, race fans? Welcome to Upshift 360. We are still here at Tulsa Raceway Park for Throwdown at T-Town. Yesterday event got rained out, they called it off, and today is Sunday, 45 degrees, 9 a.m. and we're about to start racing. PROMOD racing that will be the focus of this video. Round number 1 coming up right now.
Is locked in to winning. The first of the trifecta is Jody Brundage. Will be your Junior Master champion. Make those real sweet t-shirts. I don't know if the holidays.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, brother?
How's it going?
Did you eat last night?
Nah, we left before time. They called it off. Yeah.
Just stayed a little bit longer, man.
I know, right? As soon as they called it, we just hit the road.
It was already.
I know. I was like,
Oh man,
64 pounds.
Good for up, baby. Man, you was out to make some good food, man. At least I
Every
got
time
some.
you're here, come see me.
For sure, man. For sure.
We're out here, you come see me, man. We'll take it easy.
All right, man. All right.
What's up, man?
Yeah, that's Mike right there, the chef. Thank you. Alright, we got promos in the lane, we got 4 rounds to go, and we are going to crown the winner here at Throwdown at T-Town. It's going to be a good first round. Let's go. Pardon me, Murder Nova in the right lane going up against Ryan Griffin in the left. Gets the win live. He gets the win with a 3.65.4. Murder Nova gets a 3.65.4 and moves on to the next round.
Drag Racing Series, Ellington steers around him, 3.65.4, and Murder Nova goes on to the next round.
Cox. Going up against Keith Haney.
Cox has to drive through it. And DJ Cox on to the next round. And Haney ends his championship hopeful there. A 4:04 with a win for DJ Cox.
And Cox gets the win with a 4-0. Keith Haney having issues in the left lane. Cox goes a 4-0. DJ Cox moves on with a 4-0 and Keith Haney drops out. And it's Bob Glenn in the right lane going up against Jacob McNeil in the left. Glenn gets the win. Goes a 362.5. Bob Glenn with a 362.5. That's a 375. 375.1. Damn. That felt like a 362. So Cunningham moves on to the next round. And coming up right now is Kallee Mills versus Todd Bennett. Kallee Mills in the right, Todd in the left. Todd Bennett with a qualifying time of 3:75 and Kallee Mills with a qualifying time of 3:62. Kallee Mills, lots of smoke down there, but Kallee runs a 3:62.5. Woo! That's impressive. 3:62.5 at 201 miles an hour. And Todd Bennett improves his best by 500 of a second, going 3:70.06.
But Todd Bennett improves his best by 500.
Looks like Kallee broke something. Not sure what is wrong, but we are going to find out before round number 2. Oxford in the left lane going up against Ryan Hayward in the right. Goes red. Ryan moves on with a 3:64.1 at 2:06.76. Ryan moves on. Aaron Wells into right. That sound in the right lane we don't want to hear, but Aaron Wells goes a 3:63. Todd Martin Havanatius goes out. Aaron Wells moves on to the next round with a 3:63 at 201 miles an hour. And here comes the number 1 qualifier, Billy Banaka in the right. Against Ryan Bush in the left. Alright, so this matchup right here is the number 1 qualifier going up against the number 16 qualifier. Billy Banaka ran a 3:61.5 to qualify number 1, and Ryan Bush ran a 3:77, I believe, to qualify as number 16. And number 16 takes out number 1. 3:73 for Ryan Bush, moves on to the next round, and the number 1 qualifier drops out with a 3:62. Whoa. Hey, that's how it is, man. The fastest guy don't always win. So Billy went at 362, but still lost. And Ryan Bush moves on to round number 2.
So we're here at Tulsa Raceway Park for the Throwdown in T-Town, the Double Down this weekend, and we just made Q1. It's Sunday, and we just now made Q1. So didn't make the pass we wanted it to, and for the first time in this series, we're not going to have lane choice, but that's okay. Both lanes are really good. It's not that big of a deal, but we got the win, and we're on to round Q2.
All right, coming up right now is round number 2 of the
Stroud Safety PROMOD.
Haney moves on to the semifinal. That was probably one of the dirtiest play I've ever seen. So from what I found out, normally if that happens at the starting line, you have to give the other racer at least a minute, just like in any other racing body. Other racing bodies have 2 minutes. I think I heard here it's 1 minute. But exactly about 10 to 12 seconds after they were trying to figure out what is happening, you could see on my camera they were telling the other guy to go, 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 go. So it wasn't even up to a minute. And at the 25th second, he took off. So that was a dirty play right there. That was a dirty play. But we move on to the semi-final. 4 more cars left. Kallee Mills is here, and then we still have the second chance PROMOD racing. So I'll include that in this video as well. Let's go. All right. So here's what I heard at the starting line. So Aaron Wells, the driver, was on the right lane, was contesting the championship win with Jacob McNeil. It was a close run. If he would have lost that run, it would have been a tie because Jacob McNeil was already out. So he badly needed that win. So when they saw whatever was happening to Sean, they saw it as an opportunity for them to just get that win, even if it means just breaking the beams, you know. So that was the reason why they did that. Because if you noticed, 11 seconds after that, it was flames to the right side. 11 seconds when that happened, they were already signaling the other driver. They were already signaling him to leave, go. And the rule says 1 minute. You have to wait for 1 minute. But 11 seconds when that happened, they told him to go. And at 24 seconds, he left. That win right there was his championship win. So he badly needed that. Which I understand. It was a championship on the line. But regardless, it was a dirty play, you know. It was a dirty play. And Phantom and Sean, at the end of the day, they blame themselves because they say they pride themselves with dotting every I and crossing every T before heading to the starting line. And this time they didn't dot every I, and that's why that happened. So they went back to the pit, and it was it. So what do y'all think? I honestly think it was a dirty play regardless, because you have to wait for a minute, 1 minute. The only situation where you can't wait for a minute is when the other crew says, all right, just go, we cannot fix this, whatever is going on. But they didn't say nothing like that. They fired up the car, and before Sean could pull him into the beams, dude was already gone. So yep, what do y'all think about that play? Drop it in the comments. Another thing I heard at the starting line, someone say, don't think this is Street Outlaw No Prep Kings, referring to them as not real racers and the other guys as the real racers. But the irony of it all is it's Mordenova and Kallee Mills who won everything that weekend. No other person won except for Aaron Wells, who won the championship with that, yeah, you know. But Sean won the PROMOD shootout on Friday night, and Kallee Mills won the whole thing on Sunday because we didn't run on Saturday. So it was, I don't know what you mean. What's the definition of real racers if the non-real racers are winning? What's the definition of real racers? Right lane, Kallee Mills. Kallee still gets the win. Left lane, Brandon Yeoman. McNeil gets the win. Jacob McNeil, right lane. 5th lane. Into the finals he goes. Kallee makes it to the final. have to slow down. Alright, we are down to the final. So we have Aaron Wells, who's going to be in the left lane going up against Kallee Mills in the right lane. If you ask me, I would say Kallee Mills is going to win because altogether she has had way better numbers than Aaron Wells. But it is racing. You never know. You never know. So it's a 50-50 chance. But my pick is going to be Kallee Mills. That is the first 359 this weekend. Woo! Woo! 359 at 208 miles an hour.
Walks a 359. Not only does she to win, she's the only PROMOD in the 50s. She does it with style and grace.
The only PROMOD in the 50s. And she wins. 7. Your man already went red. So McNeil takes a second chance win.
67 for Jacob McNeil.
I feel great. I'm tired, but we did it. We finally got Scarlett in the winner's circle, and it's been a long time coming. You know, this car has been super fast. I've been super consistent on the tree, and it just seems like we get beat by this much every single time, but this time we won, and we were going to make sure we won. That's why we put that 59 in there. Lee White on the keyboards, you know, he does a great job. He you know, we tore down the whole motor after first round, and the guys got it barely put back together. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have made it. But they worked their butts off, and so it was awesome. You know, we had the Ronnie Hobbs shootout, lost to Murder Nova in that one, and unfortunately. But you know what? We got the win at the end of the weekend, and it's even more sweet coming off of our win from No Mercy with the Kong car last weekend. So a week later, and here we are in the winner's circle again. That just proves to show you how bad we are. You know, no matter the tire, no matter the car, we're always gonna come out on top. I feel like, you know, when you have fast cars, you have good people behind you. Big thank you to American Pride, Quick Performance, Don Baskins, Iski Cams, Redline Oil, everybody that's behind us. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to do this. So big thank you to all my sponsors, my mom, dad, Jordan, Taylor, Mikey, Paul and Jeannie Hayden, car owners of Scarlett. We missed them this weekend, and the biggest thank you to Lee White for coming out here and tuning my hot rods and taking us to the winner's circle.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what's next for you after this?
We have a 2-weekend break, and then we're headed to IHRA Galat, and we'll finish the season there, and then we'll be headed to the Winter Series.
All right, and how you feel after doing this win, now going into, like you said, taking a 2-week break and then heading into the Winter Series and stuff like that? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling tired, you know, I'm not gonna lie. We need this as a team. Everybody's worn out. We were at Swan Fest and No Mercy and this, and this is our last weekend, and we're feeling accomplished, but probably not gonna race 6 weeks in a row ever again.
Right.
So,
and
yeah.
how is next year looking? Like any surprises we can expect from you for next year?
Yeah, we've got some things up our sleeve. I'll be announcing them in the coming months.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to run the Midwest Drag Racing Series, and then also we'll be doing the Winter Series along with IHRA. And then, of course, the few no-time events with Kong. So we're definitely not going anywhere. Catch us on Kallee Mills Motorsport for all those announcements coming up. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.